Hello everyone, I am Edwin Salonga of the Asian Disaster Preparedness Center, ADPC, which serves as the Secretariat of the Asian Preparedness Partnership, APP. It is my pleasure to be part of this training course on Business Continuity Management. Here in Module 1, our focus is on Business Continuity Management Framework, or the BCM framework. This will serve as the anchor for the succeeding modules to be covered in this training course. Module 1 will take us through the first step in developing a Business Continuity Plan, or BCP. As we move along, we shall discuss the Business Continuity Management Framework, which will be the basis for your organization's BCP. Here, you will define the objectives and scope of your organization's BCP and identify the BCP leader and team members for developing and operationalizing the BCP of your organization. At this time, you should have an electronic copy of the BCP template. If not, do not worry. You can always request one from us. The training facilitators with you today will be able to provide you a copy later during the break. Let us now have a quick walkthrough of the main objectives of Module 1. By the end of this session, as participants, you will be able to 1. Define the objectives and scope of an organization's BCP, and 2. Identify the person or persons and team members responsible for developing and operationalizing a BCP in an organization. The first step for developing a BCP is outlining the BCP framework. This entails defining the objectives, scope, and team for your organizational BCP. A logical initial step in developing your organizational BCP is to input details about your company in the BCP template. This can be a brief description of the background as well as the key functions of the enterprise. This section of the BCP template on the company profile may also include a basic organizational chart showing the structure of the company. Let us take an example. Here, at just one glance, you can see that the organization is based in Makati, Metro Manila, Philippines. The organization, Generic Print Shop, was founded in 1989 to provide high-quality design and printing tailored to suit companies in diverse industries. With over 30 years of experience in the design and printing industry, it prides itself on producing fast turnaround jobs without compromising quality. Following this is an illustration showing the organizational chart of Generic Print Shop. It briefly explains the structure of the company. We can see that the highest governing body is the Board of Directors, and directly under it is the Managing Director. There are 4 departments in Generic Print Shop. These are Production, Finance, Human Resources, and Marketing. As you can see, the bigger departments of Production and Marketing have units under them. There are Printing, Design, and Boxing units under the Production Department. Meanwhile, Sales, Market Research, and Advertising and Promotion units form the Marketing Department. The company profile may also include details about the company address as well as its location map under Section 1.2 of the BCP template. The Business Continuity Management, or BCM framework, is found in Chapter 2 of the BCP template. As mentioned earlier, it includes the objectives and scope of the BCP together with the BCP team composition. Let us have a quick review of the plan, do, check, act, or PDCA cycle. The first step for developing a business continuity plan is, of course, to plan. It is aligned with the BCM framework covering the objectives, scope, and team for the BCP. When determining the objectives, scope, and team members for your organizational BCP, you can consider the following questions. On objective, why is your organization introducing a business continuity plan? On scope, which part of your organization will be covered by the business continuity plan? And on team, who will serve as the leader of your business continuity activities? And who will be the other members of the team? These questions can guide your organization in developing its business continuity plan. You can determine the objectives of an organizational BCP from two key perspectives. First is on people, and second on business activities. An example of a people-oriented business continuity plan objective is to protect the employees and customers, as well as to safeguard the staff employment. In our example, it is stated as employees in the company are safe in the event of an undesirable incident or disaster. On the other hand, a business continuity plan objective focused on business activities may be to assure the customer's confidence and enhance the enterprise's competitiveness. In our example, this is stated as the customer's confidence is assured and the enterprise's competitiveness is not compromised in the event of any business disruption. In addition, shareholders, especially customers and investors, are confident in the continuity of the business. In this section, the scope of the organizational business continuity plan is identified. The part or parts of your organization that the BCP will be introduced to should be considered. Here are some questions to help you. Will it be only at the main office? Or primary location of operations? Or for divisions and/or departments? Introducing a BCP will depend on the size of the business. If you are introducing a business continuity plan to an organization for the first time, it is recommended for the plan to focus on the organization's own operations rather than external factors such as its wider supply chain. Therefore, the scope of the organizational business continuity plan may just be on the main office and the production site within the same premises. You should also select the appropriate staff members to lead, coordinate, and implement the BCP-related activities for the enterprise. Leaders should be given the necessary authority and responsibilities to carry out the business continuity activities. It is important to appoint a sub-leader in case that the leader cannot perform his or her duties at the time of a disaster. The BCP team should be comprised of representatives across different divisions or departments of an enterprise depending on the size of the organization. Overall, the commitment from senior management is imperative for a company to successfully carry out organization-wide BCP initiatives. The management needs to ensure the availability of necessary resources such as a budget for the team, so that they can implement the business continuity plan. The management also needs to ensure that the business continuity plan is integrated in other business strategies, such as the human resource policy. The name, position, and telephone number of the leader, sub-leader, and other members of the business continuity plan team are indicated. Their duties and responsibilities are also specified. For example, the BCP leader is responsible for the overall planning and operationalizing the business continuity plan. On the other hand, the BCP sub-leader serves as backup in case the BCP leader cannot perform the expected roles. With the composition of the BCP team formulated together with their duties and responsibilities, a visual chart of the BCP team can be inserted into the business continuity plan. In the chart shown here, the team leader shares information with the management and coordinates with the emergency response team. The BCP leader also guides the necessary units, such as those focusing on information technology or IT, production recovery, and support. Please note that this is only for illustration purposes. Hence, the organizational chart will depend on the nature of the business and its priority activities. This module covered the need to define the clear objectives as well as the scope of the organizational business continuity plan. It noted the need to identify leaders and the team responsible for developing and operationalizing a business continuity plan. The Business Continuity Management or BCM framework provides the basis for an organization to strengthen its business continuity. With our discussion on Module 1 coming to an end, I hope that now you have a better understanding of the BCM framework. And with the BCP template at your disposal, you can already start working with your colleagues in identifying the objectives, scope, and team related to your organizational BCP. Now, let me turn you over to my esteemed colleague who will walk you through the first part of Module 2 on business analysis. The next topic to be discussed is Business Impact Analysis or BIA. Once again, I am Edwin Salonga of the Asian Disaster Preparedness Center, ADPC.